for our study, we did gender versus the amount of exercise. So you're taking both male and female, and then seeing about, they give us a numeric value about how many hours per week they would exercise. And we're gathering a lot of like mean and standard deviations to determine our data. And so in our survey we asked whether male or female, what grade level they are, because we wanted to make sure it's better to have more questions than less questions to make sure that it wasn't a confounding variable. And they wrote down how many hours a week they worked out. And this we could turn into t-tests for means, for confidence intervals, and for two samples, because we're comparing both male and female. So for our sampling method, we went out to different classrooms that were available. We randomly picked one for each different type of hall, English hall, math hall, to see, so we get a random selection, and that way we're trying to collect for a lot of grade levels as well. And so then we have our treatments. Our factor is gender, and our level is male and female. And we have some our survey examples. Possible errors and bias. We did include the grade level part of it, because we weren't entirely sure if there was an increase for your grade level for amount of exercise, but from what we determined, there wasn't too much in that. And there may have also been a response bias, because when you're allowed to just write down which number you are, and some people would overestimate how much exercise they have because it makes them seem more fit. And so we did get some crazy responses, like 69 hours a week worked out. And so just kind of taking a look at our graph, we can just see on average the men that we surveyed worked out more than the women by about 2 hours a week for the mean average. But there was a pretty wide range. For men, it went all the way up to 25, and that was almost an outlier, but it wasn't considered one technically. And men had a lot more variance in it than women, but they both start at 0 and then go across. And in our data, we got quite a bit. We satisfied our large counts, so we got like 90 something for each male or female. So that was good. And then of course we have our tests. We have 2-sample t-test and the 2-sample confidence interval, because the t-test was the most important one, because we were comparing the male and female, seeing if there's a difference between the means, besides from just looking at the data provided or the graph. And so we went through all of that. We threw in our means or standard deviations, the number we had, and we did not pool it. And so at the end of it, we will say we will reject the null hypothesis, because our p-value was very, very small. It's 3.361 times 10 to the 8 or 6. Is less than our significance value of 0.05. And so that means there's convincing evidence that the true mean of workout hours is different between men and women. Sorry for the background noise. And then confidence interval, we just do that one and make sure we had a true mean estimate of the hours worked out for both male and female and the difference between them. And there was a significant difference between the two.